Don't you notice how I get quiet when there's no one else?
Recently you won your first Grammy Award. Congratulations on that. Tell me how that feels.
It's one of those things that as a child seems really impossible. It's up there with going to the moon or becoming a princess. And it's like that level of crazy. So it's really special, especially in the category that I won in.
And I was actually reading that you said that your kind of path into classical music and playing the cello was down to your Chinese mother. So I was just wondering if you could tell me a bit about your mother's influence in your life.
My mother's a violinist. She grew up in Beijing and went to the Central Conservatory of Music in Beijing. My grandparents were both professors in the Central Conservatory as well for violin and piano. So classical music was my entire life, and it was all, from my Chinese side. And my mother, she taught me since I was a child, and she taught me in Chinese. So, and I spent every summer in Beijing studying music as well.
I think I'm right in saying that you performed in Beijing last year as part of your tour. Could you tell me a bit about that experience?
So I played with the China Philharmonic at the Beijing Music Festival. It was just such an amazing experience. A lot of students of my grandfather's were in the orchestra, and students of my grandfather's as well. So to get to play with them it felt like a full circle moment. My grandfather passed like 15 years ago, and getting to play, it's something I'll never forget. I love playing in China. I love my Chinese fans, and I'll definitely be making my rounds back there. It's an important place for me.
I'll never forget how stupid in love.
So you spent your childhood in Iceland, you obviously spent time in the United States and also in China. What is your favourite thing about each of those cultures?
Iceland, I love the nature. I think that's something that is, just unmatched in Iceland. In the States, I think there's an openness towards cultures and diversity that, as somebody who comes from 3 different cultures, I really, really love about America. And I think China, there's a level of passion that runs through the culture. There's a level of passion that people put into projects. Maybe because my musical side comes from there, but I think people are unafraid of showing love, showing passion and their true feelings. And there's a level of respect and kindness in the culture that I think, I've really, really learned from my Chinese side. And the food. The food is the best there.